Austin, how does it feel to be in Manila? And how's your first time here?
It feels great to be back in Manila. This is my second time here. My first time was about 3 years ago, and I did the Paradise Festival with Kanye and Wiz, and that was definitely a great first impression of the Philippines. To be back here is really amazing. I did the Wish Bus yesterday,
Oh, yeah.
and that was a lot of fun because I had a couple hundred fans come up and we played a few songs on the radio, and I got to meet a few of them. So yeah,
Have you tried to eat some food?
yeah. I tried CC yesterday.
See?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
pretty good. I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how about adobo?
Yeah, that's the one. That's two different
Adobo.
things, right?
Yeah, two different dishes.
Yeah. I tried both of those. I like CC better.
Yeah. So what is your new single, Why Don't We, all about?
Why Don't We is about getting out of your comfort zone. It's about having fun with the people around, meeting in the middle, and just dancing your life away.
Any plans for an EP or an album this year, maybe?
Yes, for sure. I plan on putting out an album later this year, but before that, I'm probably going to release maybe 3 or 4 singles in the meantime. So I'm probably going to drop another one in the next month or so.
Mhm. So you started in music so young, so say you be there, right? So did you get to enjoy being a teenager despite having a music career at such a young age?
Yeah, for sure. I think I actually enjoyed being a teenager more, doing what I'm doing because, it's not normal for a 15, 16-year-old kid to be traveling the entire world and performing for thousands of fans and just experiencing so many things that some people don't even get to experience in one lifetime. So I've been very blessed and fortunate to have been able to do what I've been doing for so long, and I definitely, don't regret anything as far as missing out on the regular teenage stuff.
So what are the pressures on starting young and how are you able to handle it?
Honestly, there hasn't really been too many pressures for me. I haven't really been worried about I gotta beat my last single, or I gotta do better than my last project. I'm just out here having fun, making music, which is what I love to do, and just putting it out to my fans that are excited to hear it. So I'm just living my life, enjoying it all.
So how did you grow and mature as a singer through the years?
How did I mature as a singer through the
Yeah.
years? Just by playing the game, by doing it, living life one day at a time, getting better every time I'm in the studio. I've been working on my voice for 6, 7 years. I'm becoming a better writer, a better producer, a better dancer. So it's just all about just working hard and working on your craft.
Yeah, so did you write Why Don't We, or was there a writer?
No,
composer?
Charlie Puth wrote and produced Why Don't
Oh.
We? And he was, sitting on it for a minute, and he played it for me, and I said, hey, I gotta have that one. And he was like, all right, cool, take it.
So how different is the recording process this time than before, than the previous singles or albums?
How different is my recording process?
Yeah.
It's pretty much the same, but I would just say I've definitely taken more control in the studio as far as cutting my own vocals and putting my own ad libs in there. And before I would just kind of go with whatever the producer thought I should sing, but now I'm just kind of doing it by myself.
So you became popular with your videos on YouTube. So how it's like now that you have lots of music videos instead of just singing on YouTube?
It's cool to be able to look back and see where I started as far as just being locked in my room for a couple years just on the grind, covering my favorite songs, and then having my own music videos that other fans are covering as well. So it's kind of cool to see that growth.
Yeah. So you were signed with a major label for The Secret and then released mixtapes independently.
Yeah.
And then you're back with a major label. So what's the difference between being with a major label and being independent?
Well, the difference is, with a major label, you have that machine behind you that's just pumping out records, that's helping you with the promotion and are really helping you put yourself out there across the whole world, rather than being independent. It's a lot harder to get that extra push that you need to the rest of the world, but it's definitely not impossible to achieve anything being independent, but it's just a lot easier with a major label.
So what gives you more fulfillment, making music and recording, or touring, or winning awards?
They're both very, very important to me. They're both different as well. You know, a lot of times I'll be on the road for such a long time performing and being on the stage that it's a lot of fun. But you know, after a while, it can get kind of hard on the body, and then you're just ready to get back home and chill for a bit. So it kind of just goes in waves. You know, like when I'm not performing and on the stage, I'm in the studio recording and writing and producing, and then after a while, then I'm like, all right, I'm ready to get back on the stage and perform all this new music. So it just goes in cycles,
Yeah. So who are your musical influences?
There's a few. I would say George Strait, Drake, Chris Brown, T-Pain, Usher.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you have collaborated already with like Florida and Pitbull.
Yeah.
So do you still have any dream collaborations?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, any of the names that I just mentioned, I would love to collaborate with them. But I would, be down to collaborate with anybody who wants to work.
Yeah. So how do you keep yourself grounded despite all the craziness of this business?
I would just say having a solid team around me, because it's definitely one of the most important things. The team that you surround yourself are the ones that are with you every single day. So, if you have a good squad that's gonna let you know when you're acting crazy or getting out of line, it's the most important thing.
Do you feel pressure to be a role model, especially for young fans?
There's a little bit of pressure, of course, because you wanna inspire, the world and make sure that you're a good role model. So, it's not like I live like a double life or hide anything. Like, what people see is who I really am. So, I'm really just doing my best to try to inspire young artists and be a good person and be a good role model for the rest of the world. So, yeah.
So what is music to you?
Music to me?
Yeah.
Music to me is a way to express myself, and that's been, the biggest way for me to express myself since day one, since I was like 14. I love to write, I love to produce, I love to just get my feelings out on the track. So it's my whole life. I do it every single day, and I can't see myself doing anything else.
Yeah. So you released Japan albums in the past, but how important is it to you for your music to be heard, not just in the US or Japan, but all over the world?
It's important to me because I love traveling. I love seeing different places that I've never been to before, and there's definitely a lot that I haven't been to yet. So, even still, I'm just trying to get my music out to the rest of the world so that I can go touch the people, make some new fans in other countries, and then just keep making my rounds and keep doing that the whole time.
How do you react when people sing your songs, especially the young ones?
This is what I do all that for, That's what I live for, to see, especially the people that don't necessarily speak English,
Okay.
like going to different countries and English isn't their first language, but they're still singing every single word, to my song. That's the most amazing thing to me.
So having 30 million followers across social media, how important is social media engagement to your fans?
It's important to my fans, and it's important to me because that's my way of telling them where I'm going to be next, what I have coming up next, and they love the interaction that I give them, and I love the interaction they give me. So it's a mutual respect and love.
Can you share some stories on how your music has impacted other people?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many stories. I see so many tweets online of people telling me that I've changed their life for the better, and that I've helped them through tough times, which is what my music's supposed to do. And it's really cool to be able to see that, and then especially when I have fans come from other countries to a show that I have in America, it just shows that reach that I have, and it's pretty incredible.
So any crazy fan encounters?
There's been a ton. Fans jumping up on stage while I'm performing and running at me, girls throwing their phones at me while I'm on stage, hopping in my car when I'm speeding off, trying to get away from the crowds. It's a lot of fun.
What's the one thing you wish you knew when you were younger?
One thing I was wishing to do what?
One thing you wish you knew when you were younger?
One thing I wish I knew when I was younger is that it's not gonna all happen overnight. For a solid, long-lasting career, it's gonna take a lot of time, and it's gonna take your whole life, really. It's not gonna just be one good year and everything's perfect. Like, it's gonna be something I'm gonna have to work at, my whole career, which is perfectly fine with me because I love to do it. So
How would you like to be remembered?
I would like to be remembered as one of the most hardworking guys in show business. I would like to be remembered as an artist that can do it all, not just music, but in photography, acting, dancing, writing, producing, everything.
You said in your bio that you work out 6 times a week. So what makes you motivated to stay in shape?
Just because I like to look good, I like to feel good, and especially in the fashion world, a lot more jobs will come up if you're, real tight and shredded up. So it's part of the lifestyle. It's part of the work, really. So yeah.
And you also took up photography. So why photography?
Photography I like to do because it's just another way for me to express myself other than music, other than dancing, other than fashion. I get to meet a lot of new people and make new connections that way. So it's just a lot of fun and I enjoy it.
Anything you'd like to add about yourself or your music?
I would just say to the people watching, I would say check out my new single, Why Don't We? I think you guys are going to really love it. And let me know what you think about it. Tweet me on my Twitter at Austin Mahone and let me know what you think.
And your message to your Filipino fans?
Mahal kahayo. I love you guys so much. Thank you for your love and support.
And thank you so much.